Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Capricorn for the month of March 2023. We are in the sign of Pisces, Capricorn, which is a water element. So a lot of emotion going on this month, coming to the surface. So you are in your third house, which is the house of it's communication, it's listening, it's learning, it's your writing skills, it's the way you communicate with people. It's all about, it's a seeking house, so it's all about how you can better yourself from where you are at the moment in terms of what your job is or what you know, knowing Capricorns, there's always a goal and an end point. And we have, as the energy, the Judgment card, which is the transformative card. It's ruled by the planet Pluto, which is indeed a big transformation is about to take place. So it would bode well for you to really sharpen those. How do you communicate with people? Your written communication, your verbal communication. How can you better it? How can you better it with everybody involved, not only your work people, but your family and everybody else? So that's what it's going to be under the spotlight for you this month, Capricorn. So it'll be quite interesting what comes through for you. And this is also the karmic debt card. So it can kind of set you on a new path. It's like a second chance. It's like any debt, karmic debt you had with anybody in your life or in your surrounds, at the moment this has to be, is now wiped clean. So you've got a new clean slate, basically. Okay, where you are right now. Okay, Two of Wands. So big choice, big decisions to be made here about moving forward, Capricorn. You can go towards the sun, which is heavily illuminated, and you can see the path ahead. Or you can choose to go towards the moon, which isn't heavily illuminated. It's somewhat obscured by clouds or, whatever. So it's not clear where you're going. It's the unknowns. And then also, that's a journey in itself as well that maybe you might choose to take, because it's the road less travelled, really, isn't it, Capricorn? So it might be... but it's up to you. But nevertheless, it's an action card, it's a Wands card, so you will be moving forward. So it's just up to you to decide which way, the known or the unknown, that you're going to go. Okay, so let's see what the influences are that will influence the complete reading. Capricorn card, 3 of Coins. So working really well with others, communicating very well with others. So that's exactly as you are in your third house. This is the 3 of Coins, and it's also your card. So it's about you advancing on your quest. So you're on it. 3 is like a solid platform. So you've sort of established that. Now it's about, 3s are always about moving forward. It's all about sort of growth and increasing growth and increasing and just doing well in what you're doing on a solid background. But very well, it's also the teacher, student, spiritual card, where people are in our lives to either teach us or us to teach them. So it sort of fits very well, doesn't it, Capricorn, with where you sit at the moment. So very positive. Very much saying, let's just get on with it. Let's see what was going on for you in January, February. King of Swords. So very mental clarity at its best. Watch this guy too. He's an air sign, and we were in this sign of air, which was Aquarius. So they're very good at sort of the talk, Capricorn. But for you guys who are very solid earth people, this guy might be a bit too much. He might be a bit of, oh yeah, well, what's he spinning now? He's a bit of a spin doctor. And the other point I always point out about him is why is he wearing all that armour? You know, what is he protecting himself from? There's something about him that doesn't, what he says and how he feels are two different things. So for you, with communication, especially at the optimum this month, Capricorn, have to think about that. And I know that you will sort of think, oh, I don't know about that guy. Like, he talks the talk, but there's something that just doesn't match up. So just be careful of that with your communication as well, that you don't just go, yeah, it's all fabulous and it's going to be this and that, because it isn't, you know. We can't just talk like that. It has to balance. It has to match up with emotions as well. And he's definitely hiding his emotions behind that armour that he wears. Okay, recent influences. Oh, and we have the green light here with the Ace of Wands. Things going really well for you. New beginnings, new possibilities. New, everything's just brand new for you, but you've got energy to bloom and blow them out of the park with this time, Capricorn. Absolute energy, moving forward, launching. This one always reminds me of a rocket. So it's something to be launched, and it's going to go like the clappers. It's really going to be very positive and a great outcome. But just use that energy this month to really, you know, hone your skills with your communication and your education and what you want to learn from people, what you want to teach people, how you present yourself. Being smart. Okay, let's have a look now at your lesson. Oh, Five of Cups. Someone coming back from the past. So there's been a disappointment. There's been a falling out. There's been something there. There's been crossed words. There's been, on both sides, you and the other person involved. Yeah, well, there is still reparation to be done, and you will repair this. But yeah, at the moment, it's very emotional. So in this time, because we're in Pisces, water sign, there will be that emotional stuff that will rise to the surface, Capricorn. So I suggest you actually, you know, use your communication skills to just put that to bed for once and for all. Forgiving is so much easier than hanging on to, you know, anger, and because you're the one that will be affected by the anger, no one else. So try to deal with that situation there, Capricorn, where, you know, something has fallen a bit foul in terms of your relationship with a certain person. It's time to forgive. Even if you don't feel like it, it's better for you. Okay, near future. Wow. And you get the Wheel of Fortune, of course you do, Capricorn. Wouldn't expect much less from you. So this is the reward card for putting energy in and getting out. It is one of the best cards of the whole 78 cards. So you have earned your stripes. This Wheel of Fortune does not come around all the time, but I seem to remember you, Capricornians, have been getting it a bit recently. But then again, you are people who really do put an extraordinary amount of energy into what you do. Okay, so there you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Goodness me, Capricorn. So let's see what's happening that you're not realising, just so we can balance that up a bit. Three of Wands. Travel is on your mind. Travel, maybe. I don't know. This card always reminds me of Europe, the UK. So there's something going on there that's coming up that's also going to add value to you if you go travelling later on in the year. That's another good way too, Capricorn, especially when you need a break or a time out from the work you do. That would be a nice idea this year as well, just to put that into motion now, so later on when you're kind of getting to burnout in the middle of the year, there's something to look forward to, or you're going to go on a trip somewhere where you can see other cultures, learn other things, and just you know, generally unwind for a bit. How others see you, this will be interesting. Oh, Two of Swords. You need to make a decision. You absolutely need to make a decision, but you're back and forthing with it. You can't seem to make that decision. You've got a blindfold on there and those 2 swords up as a defence. Take the blindfold off, put the swords down, make the decision, move on. Because otherwise it will keep hounding and hounding and hounding and following you until you do. So you'll be in limbo because you won't make the decision. And the hardest thing about it is making the decision. So do that, Capricorn, because otherwise, you know, you've got such wonderful cards. And it might even be with this 5 of Cups here that you have sort of had a falling out with someone, a brief falling out, and you need to go, look, no, let it go, just get on. Don't be harbouring that kind of thing, because it's murky and it's not nice, and it's easier to be forgiving. Positive feelings. Oh, and there's your card, the Capricorn Devil. Yeah, work, 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 work. That's your addiction. Your addiction is work. So just remember, all work and no play is not fun. Being stuck also, Capricorn, and you know yourself that you will work. You will work 20 hours a day if you can. You will be on that merry-go-round of work. You will always see other things to do with the work. But you need to moderate it a bit. You can't just be always working. You have to be, you know, communicating with other people in your life and, you know, a flow happening, not just one all-encompassing work. Otherwise, you do fall victim to the devil because you're just, you know, you're stuck. You're stuck in that mode of work. And there's more to life than work. Okay? So, and it's a Capricorn card, so it's your card, so you know full well what you're doing. Okay, the outcome. And then we have standing up for yourself, believing in yourself, just standing up for yourself and doing something about this constant work ethic of yours, booking a trip, standing up for yourself, realising, defending yourself, realising you can't always work 20 hours a day. You've got to have fun. You've got to have friends. You've got to have projects. You've got to have hobbies. You've got to have plans. So unless you stand up for yourself and do that and put that into your sort of way of living, Capricorn, it will just keep coming back, and another year will tick by and you'll still be there working 20 hours a day. Now, I'm sorry to be a bit harsh this month, but we need to balance out a bit more, Capricorn, with your, you know, your very industrious working ethic. Rightio, I'll say no more. I feel like I've been a bit of a lecturer and I don't mean to, but it just needs to be done. Okay, your message. Pure action. There you go, Capricorn. Refrain from that which is unskillful or that which harms. Do good and purify your heart. There you go. Just balance it out, my dear Capricornians. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great month and see you next time. Thank you.